Hi everyone, my name is Carolyn Galloway, and this is my presentation on the Somalia Civil War. So, I am a sophomore here at Bloomsburg, and I am majoring in international business as well as Chinese. I chose this topic focusing on researching about the Federal Republic of Somalia and the country's 30-year going on civil war. My interest in this topic began after President Trump's decision that American troops were being pulled from Somalia. I wanted to see how that decision impacted the country about a year later. Somalia history. The Republic of Somalia is a medium sized country located on the Horn of Africa. Its neighboring countries include Ethiopia and Kenya. Somalia has the largest coastline in all of Africa, making it a prime docking and shipment area in Africa and in the Middle East. The capital, Mogadishu, is unfortunately one of the most dangerous cities in Africa due to pirates, terrorist groups, and corruption in the capital. Somalia has had a long history of poverty, droughts, and suffering. With a population of 15.4 million, about 10 million people in Somalia are below the poverty line. Post World War II. To begin talking about Somalia's civil war, we must first set the scene. During World War II, Somalia supported the Allied forces and gave troops and supply to aid in the fighting against Germany and Japan. After the war, the UN had to give reparations to all the countries that helped in the war effort. This included Somalia as well as the neighboring country of Ethiopia. However, this led to tensions and the begin of American influence in Somalia. Tensions began after World War II when the Cold War started between the US and the USSR, or the Soviet nation. The USSR gave support to the military coup in Somalia, while the American side gave support to Ethiopia, which was a democratic ruler. In Somalia, the USSR gave support to them because they overthrew the previous ruler that was once democratic. The Americans gave support to Ethiopia, and in turn, Ethiopia's enemy, which was Somalia, became American's enemy as well. This set the stage for years of fighting back and forth between the two countries all throughout the Cold War. Until the sides swapped, there was a military coup in Somalia, and a less dictator regime began. Ethiopia started supporting socialism and communism and turned to the USSR for support instead of America. So, in turn, the US began to aid Somalia, and this has been a hot topic in recent years in American politics and whether should America pull troops out of Somalia and the Middle East as well. Why should the American troops be pulled out of Somalia? Well, because of corruption. The corruption started in Somalia in 1991 when the civil war began because of a military coup. A new military leader came and started introducing Somalia to the religion of Islam. Now, Somalia is considered a prominent Muslim country, and many Somalians practice digitally. However, the military leader allowed little clan disputes to erupt all over the country, causing corruption and violence. Soon, the strongest clan took over the government in a coup. So, Somalia went from a democratic country to a military regime, and then to a dictatorship, and then to a clan dispute war. This started politicians to become lies, and economy to plummet just because there were so many change in leaderships that the country fell in disarray. Another reason why Somalia is considered dangerous and hostile is due to terrorism. Due to the government constantly changing and corruption and lies being prominent in the country was left unprotected to foreign terrorist groups. Foreign terrorist groups include a group called Al Shabaab, which is linked to ISIS. Al Shabaab is a pro Islamic extremist group directly related to ISIS, and they infiltrated Somalia and caused more fighting between civilians, the Somali Gov, and the U.S. troops stationed there. Many violent scuffles has been going on, and the fighting in Somalia has been going on for about 30 years, from both the American troops, from the pro-Islamic terrorist groups, and from the country's own government. Rising concerns in Somalia. On top of political and economic struggles, Somalia's country was bit by a drought, airstrikes, famine, disease, and now as well COVID-19 in 2021. In the last 5 years, over half the country is extremely malnourished and well below the poverty line, being continuously hit by disease and famine. Somalia has not been able to recover. The only saving grace is from efforts made by the UN and humanitarian groups and people who have gone back to Somalia to help their families and to help the people there. Today, today in the globe, Somalia is known for being a dangerous and unsafe country. Somalia today is a tumultuous country with a difficult situation. They can go any way, and the path is not yet set in stone for what their future is. Somalia can continue going down this route, especially just because US troops are not there anymore. So, extreme terrorist groups can continue to infiltrate the country, or support can be added to Somalia and they can become a better country. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation today, and I hope you um, liked my presentation. Thank you.